Story 14. A restaurant receipt addressed to dear wife, but it wasn't me. I found out I wasn't his dear wife thanks to a receipt from a restaurant I'd never even been to. I was cleaning out my husband's wallet, looking for his insurance card, when I came across a small, crumpled receipt. Curious, I unfolded it. Seabreeze Restaurant, 2 guests. 3 seafood dishes. 2 glasses of wine, total $2,345,000. But what made my spine go cold was the last line printed on it. Thank you and your dear wife for visiting. Hope to see you again. I had never been to that restaurant, and I was certain that night I had been home with our child. He had told me he was out late entertaining clients. I said nothing. Instead, I made a reservation at the same restaurant, pretending to be a new guest. I asked one of the staff, "Did a customer visit last week who asked for the receipt to say, 'Dear wife?'" The young waitress looked a bit flustered, then smiled politely. "Yes, actually, a gentleman who comes in regularly with his girlfriend. He always asks for the receipt to be written that way. It's his romantic gesture." I asked again. "Did he wear a wedding ring?" She looked at me, her eyes flickering. Then she nodded. When I got home, I placed the old receipt next to our wedding photo. No accusations, no confrontation, just silence, and him frozen in place. Story 15. The shoes under the bed, and they weren't mine. I'll never forget the feeling of touching a stranger's shoes in the room I once believed was my safe haven. I had just returned from a business trip and decided to tidy up our bedroom. As I bent down to dust under the bed, I felt something unusual. A pair of nude high heels. Size ka-37. Not mine. I wear a. I froze. My chest tightened. My fingers went numb, still holding those unfamiliar shoes. I called him and asked directly, "Whose shoes are these?" He looked at them, then paused for a long moment. Finally, he said, "Probably the old housemaid's, but our housemaid had quit 3 months ago, and she wore a size 36. Still trying to be sure, I contacted the cleaning service. They confirmed they only do light surface cleaning. They never bring or move personal items. I checked the security camera. The footage from that day, gone, deleted. I never found the woman who wore those shoes, but the shoes themselves remained, a silent confession made of leather and rubber. And in that moment, I understood. He had brought someone else here, into my space, and she had stepped carelessly, shamelessly, right onto my trust, in shoes that didn't even fit me. Story 18. The computer password. Just one letter changed everything. He always shared the same password with me until one day, he changed a single letter and changed his whole love story too. We used to share everything, even our passwords. His computer password had always been Mintrang Dua Null 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 Null, my name and my birth year. One afternoon, I needed to print some documents from his laptop. I typed in the password. Incorrect. I tried again. Still wrong. Something inside me whispered, I don't know what made me do it. Maybe intuition, maybe instinct. I changed the I in Min to a Y. Mintrang Mintrangi 2000. It worked. I sat there in complete silence, not breathing. His desktop was clean, but one folder caught my eye. Autumn Memories. I opened it. I stared at those words, and I smiled. Just one letter, one small change, was enough to replace me, enough to shatter trust, enough to end a love story I once thought would last. That day, I knew. I wouldn't fight. I wouldn't beg. I simply walked away. The same way you delete a wrong character from a password and never look back. Story 17. A Spotify playlist meant for someone else. His playlist called For My Love wasn't for me, but it taught me something. People can love through music, and they can betray through it, too. We shared the same Spotify premium account. It was one of those little things that made us feel connected. Synced by playlists, morning coffee, and sleepy Sunday tunes. Then one day, I noticed a new playlist appear. For My Love, I smiled. It was filled with romantic songs, the kind we used to slow dance to in our tiny kitchen. Until I found you, make you feel my love. Can't help falling in love. For a moment, my heart warmed. I thought maybe he made this for me. But something didn't feel right. I clicked on the listening history. All the plays came from his phone. At 2 a.m., while I was asleep right next to him. Then I saw a comment on a song. This reminds me of your smile. It was from a secondary account, min.mi. I searched for it on Facebook. There she was, a young woman with sad captions under filtered selfies. And in one of her photos, a familiar car seat. It was the passenger seat of our car. I didn't ask. I didn't fight. I copied the playlist link and sent it to him with just one sentence. Beautiful songs you picked. I wish you and the one there truly for a lifetime of happiness. the projector message that exposed it all. What showed up on the screen wasn't his presentation, but a message saying, "What are you wearing tonight?" from someone saved as my salted egg. My husband is a sales director, charming, confident, always composed. That day, he was presenting in front of nearly 30 colleagues. I attended too, quietly sitting at the back, a supportive wife. He opened his laptop, connected it to the projector. The PowerPoint slide came up. Everything was going smoothly. Then, just 3 seconds in, a message popped up on the screen. My salted egg. What are you wearing tonight? I got new lingerie. The whole meeting room froze. Not a single sound. My husband panicked. He rushed to disconnect the projector, but it was too late. Everyone had seen it. And worse, they slowly turned to look at me. I stood up. I tried to smile, but my hands were ice cold. That night, at home, I asked him quietly, "Whose salted egg?" He stayed silent at first, then muttered the name of an intern I had never heard of. "It's nothing, just teasing, just a joke." I didn't yell. I didn't cry. Instead, I took out my phone and showed him the photos. I had quickly snapped the screen before he disconnected. "Is this what you call a joke?" Still no screaming. Just silence. I walked to the closet, slowly packed my suitcase. Then I said one final thing. "You humiliated me in front of everyone." But what hurt more was realizing I've been a stranger in your eyes for a long, long time.